Hi YouTube, Regina here from Simply Fundamental. So, change of scenery. I am filming up on my roof. It is a cool and breezy and beautiful 4th of July morning in New York. I hope this finds you well. So, today's topic. Today I want to talk to you about creative ways to save more of your income. And I think this is such an important topic because there are so many people that are living paycheck to paycheck. And sometimes it's an income problem. They're not making enough money. But more often than not, they have a good salary, but they're not sure where all their money goes because they're probably spending first and saving second. So I wanted to share some of the strategies that I implemented early on that have allowed me to truly build wealth and to get myself out of debt, to create an emergency fund, to save and invest. So I'm going to cover all those areas. Let's get into it. So the first one would be to turn a windfalls into wealth. If you are expecting or you have an unexpected windfall coming your way, earmark that to go directly into savings and investing for yourself. Now, a lot of people will know this, but they don't end up doing this with their money. They're expecting a holiday bonus or a tax refund, and they'll dream up ways to spend that money. Maybe they'll use it on an experience, or they'll think of things that they need to do around the house or want to buy. And sometimes they end up spending that money twice because we have to do the floors and we really could use a vacation. And they end up getting themselves into hot water. So I suggest doing what I did. It is a really great way to have you immediately beef up an emergency fund, particularly if it's a tax refund and you're not expecting too much money back, but can really help. And I did this early on and I continue to do and use this approach today. I get gift money, I get Amazon money from one of my bosses. And instead of me using my own money to purchase things I might need to buy, replace, or replenish, I use my Amazon gift money and I save my own money to use on something else. So that's the first one. The second one would be to use a split direct deposit trick to save and invest your money. Now, most employers do use direct deposit when they're giving you your paycheck, and they will allow you to split your direct deposit into two different accounts. And so by this approach, it means opening up an online savings account. And so it takes a little work upfront, but you need to do this because that would be probably a more high yield interest account for yourself. And you need to have an online savings account that you want to be able to use to link it to a investment account. And the idea of the online savings account is so that you don't see it, you don't touch it, and you save it. And this works so well because this approach works well because it is like a reverse budget. Most people, when they get their paycheck, they will spend money and have every intention of saving some of their income. But it just doesn't happen. Life gets in the way and they end up finding ways to spend that money. So saving and investing becomes inconsistent. And so with this approach, you are able to spend whatever is left over. So if you go into your employer and you decide how much you want to save, it could be a percentage or it could be a dollar amount that you're going into that savings account. And then do what I do and have a portion of that redirected to go into a brokerage account that you are then buying month in, month out, and dollar cost averaging into index funds and potentially something that follows the overall market. I did this early on. I continue to do this to this day. I actually have my paycheck split into three. I have a portion of it directed into savings and investing, a portion of it directed into fun money that I get to spend, and majority of my check going into paying bills and life's necessities. So implement that one approach, and I guarantee you it will truly help you get ahead with money. It will help you be consistent, and it will help you automate and grow your wealth. Number three, on the same lines, this would be make incremental adjustments to your retirement accounts. Most people, when they start a job, they will choose an amount or percentage that they want to go into their retirement accounts. They'll set it and then they'll forget about it. With this approach, it is following along the lines that more than likely you will be getting some kind of raise each year. So why not make incremental adjustments to your retirement accounts so that the amount that you have going in increases over time? The IRS limit changes year in, year out on the amount of money that you could put in your retirement. And early on, I implemented this approach, and in the beginning, I was not putting the maximum in my retirement account. But over time, by adjusting the percentage that I was putting into my retirement account and aligning it to raises that I got, I didn't feel that I was putting more money in, but I was doing it very easily and naturally. And I also didn't have that money that I was getting more in my paycheck being absorbed into lifestyle creep. I was able to become a 401 millionaire this way. I now easily put the maximum in my retirement, which this year for someone over 50 is 31,000. Anyone under 50, it is 23. And I think this year as well, they allow anyone who is 60, 61, 62, 63 to do an additional catch up. And I believe it is 4,250. I have to go look at my numbers, but essentially you're able to add additional money to your retirement too that you can save. Pretty awesome. Please implement that approach. It is going to help you grow your retirement savings so that when you get to retirement, you don't have to be one of the people who are relying solely on Social Security for their retirement savings. So that is number three. Number four is round up your purchases. And I did this approach more so like a sinking fund, and I used it with cash. So anytime my husband and I were making any kind of cash purchase, we took the change and we threw it in the change jug, and we let that money accumulate. And at the end of the year, we used it to cover all our holiday spending. The, we tend to host a holiday dinner at our home, and we have it catered. And so that money goes and is earmarked for that sinking fund for the purpose of doing that. Now, I know other people, and I did this as well, is anytime you break a bill, so anytime you break a $20 bill and you have a $5 bill that remains, that you save it. Or anytime you break a $50 bill, you have $10, you save it. And you can put that money aside as well. Now, if you're using credit cards or banking cards for your purchases, there are apps that you could use that could round up your purchases. I believe Acorn and SoFi can actually do it so the money goes into investment accounts for you, but they can also have it go into savings. And I think the one bank account that does this is Bank of America will round up your spending that you use with your debit card and earmark it to go directly into savings. Again, use it as a sinking a fund, or ways if you don't have any money saved for an emergency, then use it that way as well. And it really, really, truly is helpful, particularly as it adds up over time. I think 50 cents a day is $180 a year. There are so many people who do not even have $400 to cover a simple emergency. This one trick can help you find that money easily to do that. So the next one would be save based on your habits. Link your savings to your behaviors. And by this, I mean is look how you spend your money and figure out ways to save or to spend less. So, for instance, I'm a coffee lover. I love Dunkin' Donuts. And I love the ability to be able to go out and buy coffee when I want it. This day and age now, I tend to make a lot of my coffee at home, but I still love going out and buying coffee. And COVID actually made me change that because it was a chore to run down and go and get coffee every morning. And I wasn't going to work anymore. But when I was buying coffee, I ended up hedging the price of coffee. I would purchase coffee books. And so, for instance, Dunkin' Donuts used to have a coffee booklet that they would put out around the holiday season. And in the booklet, it would be 10 coupons for coffee. And the intention for them putting these coupon books out is they wanted people to spend more money during the holidays and maybe buy these books to give as gifts. But I would buy so many books and I would hedge the price of coffee because the coffee was discounted by you buying these coffee booklets. And so I would buy my coffee once a year. And throughout the year, I would use the booklets to go in and purchase my coffee. Now, they no longer have these coffee booklets, but they do have loyalty programs and apps that people could use to buy coffee that could actually help them save money. I know almost every retailer uses loyalty programs. So if you're buying things that you already use, consider signing up for the loyalty programs. Maybe create a junk email for yourself that you use when you're signing up for these programs so that you're not enticed into buying things. That's what I do. I link it up to a email that I don't really use for anything other than that purpose. And that avoids me being tempted into buying other things with these programs. But look at your life. Look at how you're spending money. Another thing that I would do is I would go out and on my way to work, pick up a egg sandwich. And now I make a killer mean egg sandwich at home. Did I say sandwich right? Yeah, sandwich. I guess it's Long Island way, but I said sandwich. And I make it at home. And that would save me a lot of money. I don't know how you're spending your money, but comb through your bank statements and then try to figure out, even if it's things that you automatically buy at the supermarket, at the convenience store, find ways that you can get those items cheaper. Find ways that you can do the entertaining things that you do for yourself more affordably. Maybe it may mean that you're buying cheaper concert tickets or that you are paying for your gym membership once a year. I know I do that when it comes to insurance. I used to get a discount on my insurance because I was paying once a year. But pay for things and look at your habits and then link your savings to those behaviors. That saved me so much money. And it also helped me combat the fact that I had my paychecks split into different bank accounts. Because initially, at first, when you do that first or that second trick, you're going to feel that you have less of your money coming to you, but over time, you're not even going to notice that your paycheck is being split and that money is being funneled into a different account. Anyway, these were some of the tried and true strategies that I used that helped me build wealth, become a 401k millionaire, and truly grow my wealth. I want everyone to succeed with money, so I'm really hoping that you implement these strategies and you let me know how it goes. And if you have strategies that you use to help you save more of your income, then please share them. Hit like and subscribe. And thanks for tuning in with me. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.